things women wish men knew about sex. This is according to salon.com. We're going to break down the list. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But first thoughts, 5 words or less.
Accurate.
2 hours is too long?
I know nothing.
Oh.
Still.
More like porno. You and I immediately thought that this list was really accurate. You seem to be enlightened. Were you enlightened?
No.
Okay, but you were, Brett?
I just think the first one was amazing. I was lying
I
next.
loved it.
Oh, it's like, so yeah, let's get into it.
Okay, so the first
one's
one,
great.
we can tell when you're doing something because you saw it in a porno. So, and then it goes into explain that.
Of course.
It goes into explain that pornos are shot very visually. You know, they got to get the camera right in there. So it's not necessarily shot to actually please the participants.
I was wondering, is it okay if I really try to make it look sexy? Would that be okay?
Okay.
Right. Anyone who's done any acting and stage stuff, there's a lot of stuff that if you actually, when you're acting it out, it feels weird.
Yeah.
But
Right.
on camera, it looks fine. There's a lot of opening up to
Right.
camera.
Ew, Brett.
Especially on
and
stage.
being, sorry about that. You're the one whose eyes went right for it.
Just because you saw it in a porno doesn't mean it actually feels good. It just looks good on camera.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about moves. There's a move they learned in a porno. There's another thing that I just think is amazing. My friend pointed out to me once. He had a girlfriend, broke up. They hooked up later, and she's like, she's got a new move.
Oh, man.
I don't know how you could trust any of his moves now. His whole repertoire could be lifted.
She learned it from somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one goes to Davey because you said 2 hours is too long. Okay, so in this article it says number 2, endurance is overrated. And then it says the vagina's ability to continue lubricating itself is limited, which can make marathon sex feel more like a duty than a joy.
Yeah.
Hear, hear. In the beginning, yeah.
I go either way. Like, I mean, we're talking like 2 seconds or 4 days, so it's just a lose for the woman no matter what.
Is there a magic
Literally.
number? Is there a magic number in your head?
No, I think the magic number is, this is so weird to say on camera.
Do it.
But it's getting each other off.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then there's the women who
Attempted
say no.
Climaxed or attempted
Right,
climax.
yeah.
They say, don't worry about it, because it's
Oh,
never going to happen.
That's true.
Yes. Okay, so number 3, we actually do know what will get us to orgasm. So if it's taking us forever, they're saying, just ask your partner because your partner will communicate to you what works for them so they can finally reach orgasm.
This is a gray area.
That's
Because
correct.
in my experience as a woman, the female mind is easier distracted from what I've experienced because I'm a female.
Right.
But it's easier distracted. So maybe I always find that there's sometimes when I learn a lot, I can't even really articulate it. But like there's a teaching moment in the sack. And then it's not going to work that time. You have to incorporate it later in a time when you're not thinking about how
you're
it's
right.
supposed
And
to.
that's what the article says is you want to have that conversation about what the other person needs to get off in bed, not in bed. You have to have it
Right.
like when
Yeah.
you're having a nice conversation.
And maybe that will
Maybe
lead
over
into sex.
dinner.
Yeah, and maybe it will lead
This
into sex.
ravioli's
when are
great,
those
so your
times?
vagina.
Right.
The way you're slurping that ravioli.
Where
right
is there
now,
time for that?
You should
Right.
do that later on me.
Okay, we're going to go over the last 2 and then we'll talk about the last 2. So I'll say them really quickly. Number 4, getting there is more trouble than it's worth. Pretty much some women will refrain from having sex because they're afraid that they have to always reach that big O because of what they see in porno, and it's so magnified with a performance that sometimes they just want to have sex, and sometimes women aren't going to climax every time, and that's okay. So that was pointed out. And then also our bodies are very sensitive when aroused, so err on the gentle side. In porn, you see a lot of
Yes.
pounding.
There's a lot of this.
Yeah, and less is more. You know, maybe some women like that. But again, stop
stupid.
it. Communication
Just-
is key.
Unless they ask for it to be otherwise.
Yes.
It's all
But
case
always
specific,
start off
yeah.
gentle, right?
A little hair pulling.
Yeah.
Little hair
If the
pulling.
girl wants it.
Yeah, yeah,
Or
yeah.
if the guy wants it, vice versa.
And if a guy starts to pull your hair, he's not crazy. He might just have learned it from somewhere that's not a porno. Real women like that.
Yeah.
Just say, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Just
Hear,
move
hear.
their hand away
Yeah.
from that.
I'm not that kind of girl. That's what I always say.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Please, you guys, share your thoughts in the comment section below. If there's anything that we left off this list, please share it. And we'll see you guys all next time on Pop Trigger.